Thank you, everybody, for joining us back here at Surgalign's channel. We're joined here once again by Chief Commercial Officer Scott Durrell. We're going to dive into some more recent updates. Scott, how are you, and are you ready to get into it?
Doing great. Let's go.
Perfect. So, the company's really been on a roll and announcing a lot of updates lately. And one of the most recent ones was about Fortilink products with TiPlus supporting interbody fusion procedures. Now, there's a lot to kind of unravel there, but maybe you can tell us about this launch in the product and like what it means for Surgalign and its shareholders.
Yeah, it's really a big deal for us and the company. The titanium interbody space has been the fastest growing sector of the interbody category, and that was one of the gaps in our portfolio when we, started this on this initiative a couple of years ago with Surgalign. And so we have worked to bring a 3D printed titanium offering for A-lift, for T-lift, for cervical. And now we're the only company in spine who can offer both a 3D printed polymer and a 3D printed titanium offering, utilizing the same instrumentation, which is very, very efficient for our customers.
Yeah, and it looks like you've had like a number of new products, right? So can you highlight some of those launches and which ones have you personally the most excited?
Yeah, so some of them are new launches like the titanium interbody. We've also relaunched our Surgalign anterior cervical plating system. So it was the fastest growing product in the company prior to last year. So we're relaunching that after we enhanced the product and made a few fixes. And we've launched CoFix, which is a fusion approved device in the Coflex family. So we think that holds great promise for minimally invasive interbody fusion and fixation, both in the inpatient and outpatient setting. And we've built out our biologics portfolio with some really great DBM products, Biomax and Fibrex, which is a specialty fiber-based DBM product. So, we just launched Cortera, or we're doing alpha launches, which is the first organically developed product at Surgalign, and a best-in-class pedicle screw system. So, we have been working to refresh and really fill the gaps in our portfolio, and a lot of excitement. We've built out a great engineering team over the past 2 years here in San Diego, and we're starting to see, the fruits of their efforts.
Yeah, and you mentioned the past 2 years. It wasn't like these were the easiest years either. COVID obviously being a global event, messing with a lot of things. How has Surgalign been impacted by it, and what have you done differently to address the challenges?
Yeah, so, the separation of the business in the middle of COVID really impacted our OEM supply partners, both with, in terms of some quality issues that we had to address, as well as supply constraints and issues. So, you fast forward 2 years later, I'm thrilled to say we've been able to work through those with our partners. We've fixed the things that we had to address. We filled the gaps in our portfolio, and we've developed an internal team that has the experience and capability to organically develop new products. So, in some regards, we're just getting started, but we're starting to see the results from a lot of the efforts that we've made over the last 2 years.
Good. And one of the things I find interesting is in one of your guys' recent earnings calls, your CEO did some foreshadowing by saying they believe Surgalign will be a drastically different company in 2 to 3 years. What's your view on yet? Like, what's your view on that? Where do you stand, and where do you think will have changed by then?
Yeah, I agree with Terry. As we talked about earlier, we're just getting started in terms of our digital surgery commercialization and the commercialization of the Holo portal, and there will be many AI, machine learning driven products and solutions that will be forthcoming. So, I look 2 to 3 years out, and I truly believe we're going to transform the company and our procedural solutions around this technology platform. And, we will be very much a technology driven company, and we will certainly our hardware and our biologic business will be benefactors, of that technology integration.
Wonderful, Scott. Well, it's been wonderful being on this journey so far, and I hope everybody watching continues us on this journey as well. But for now, Scott, thank you so much for your time today, and please have a wonderful day, sir.
Great. Thanks, Michael.